Hello again, my fellow human beings. In today's video, we're going to talk about the wrong reasons to start a startup. And if you're new here, in this channel, I'm going to be talking about all the things that I think about startups, starting a business, being an entrepreneur, being a decent human being, and any other idea I just might think of. So, if you find value eventually of watching this, please subscribe by hitting that button down there. And also, if you like me enough, tap on the bell icon and the like icon, and I'll be so happy. Now, we all kind of get that spark in one moment, and we're like, okay, let's go ahead and start a startup. Trust me, many times, most times, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. I did it a lot of time, God knows. First reason, boom, I want to become rich. Cool, that's awesome. I mean, if that's the main reason you're doing it, you're going to be so disappointed, my friend, because in essence, being a startup founder is a lot of sacrifice. You will probably sacrifice financially, you will sacrifice emotionally, you will sacrifice in probably every single aspect in your life to be able to get your startup to a point where it actually makes you rich. So if you're doing it for that reason, I wouldn't advise you go ahead. Number two, I want to be my own boss. This is one of the biggest myths ever. Why? Because when you start a startup and you want to scale, usually, of course, not everybody's going to go down this path, but usually you're going to get investors. And those people, my friends, are going to become your bosses because you, in essence, need to pitch them and convince them to give you their money. And once they do, they will eventually sit on your board of directors. And once they do, they are your own real bosses. And you will have to keep them satisfied because they will control your salary, every single major decision within the company, and they rightfully can do anything they want. So you're not going to be your own boss. And if you're building an awesome team, then they, in essence, kinda, in my personal opinion, will be your own bosses because you will need to make sure, as a good founder, that they are satisfied all the time, keeping that balance of give and get. So you make sure everybody's sticking with you and go for the long run. Number three, I did it to prove somebody wrong. God knows I had a little black book with all of these names in them, the people I wanted to prove wrong. I actually had a university professor who took a paper that I did and said, this is too good. Which website did you get it from? I'm not going to mention names, but anyway, there's no reason for you to actually go and start a company because you're holding a grudge. Nobody cares about what these people think, and their opinion is never going to be a factor of success or failure. Never go ahead and do something because somebody else thinks something. I mean, it just doesn't make sense, right? I was just sitting there and I thought, I'm working in a company, I got a contract, basically doing 80% of the job. I'm like, why the hell should these people actually get to keep most of the money? I'm gonna do it myself and I'm gonna keep the money. I mean, yeah, my lovely 2011, very smart kind of person actually went through that thought process. Didn't work. But anyway, there's a lot of parts, a lot of sections that goes into creating a company. You need experience to be able to understand how every single part of this industry works, how people in this vertical think, how they treat each other, how you can create a sale, how you can actually initiate a contact. There's a lot of things that you need to learn and understand and build along many years before you're able to actually go ahead and do it on your own. So now with all of the wrong reasons to actually start a startup, I am going to go with the right stuff. Number one, find a problem worth solving. So in essence, no, you don't. Because 2 times I actually went out to create a company without finding a problem to solve. I just went into it because I felt like I am simply meant to be a startup founder. And that is one of the worst things to do ever. If you don't find a pain to solve, if there's no real problem you're solving, you're never going to be able to build a business. Number two, make sure people actually want to pay to get this problem solved. If it's just simply a nice to have, if it's a minor problem, you are probably going to face a lot of challenges getting somewhere, and you're probably headed towards a brick wall. Number three, you gain the experience, gain the know-how, gain the required skills to build this solution for that problem. Spend the years. Take it easy, you know? When I was 22, 23, I just wanted to, become a millionaire, have my own startup, and do all that kind of crap. I'm 32 now. I'm not there. Not even close. I'm probably, I don't know, maybe I'm doing worse now than I did before. So in essence, spend the time, take it easy, because you need to learn things. And when you work for these big companies, and it might be boring, you might not really love it, it might not be your passion, but it's just a stepping stone so that you can get to the place where you understand how things work so you can do it yourself. Number four, this is probably the most challenging, the most nerve-wracking, and the most emotionally threatening part of the process. You need to get the right team with the right skills to build this. So don't go to your friends just simply because they're your friends. Don't go to somebody who has the same skill set as you. Every single founder is going to be a pillar of this entire business. And so each of you needs to have a different set of skills that the other person actually does not have. By having that, you're building a really solid team that can go for the home run. So with that, I am probably done with all of the philosophy about the wrong reasons to start a startup, and hopefully I've given you a very simple pointers to think about the right reasons to go ahead and start one. And if you actually have your own experiences, you did the wrong thing, you have any comments, do you think I'm full of crap? Cool, just write it in the comments below, please, and I'll be sure to actually interact with each of you. Ciao, and I'll see you next time.